Hey folks, Glismall Designs here, and this is the finale video for the TAMIYA 1/35th scale M4A3 105 HVSS. So it's another one in the books there, guys. It is complete. Now, sorry for the long hiatus on this video here, but I got a lot of other builds on the go, as you know, and I just had to finish the diorama on this guy, as well as put a few finishing touches on this one, which we'll get into now. But before we do, you'll see that I got the wrong box in the shot there. We used the Korean War TAMIYA M4 Easy 8, but both models kind of identical for the most part. So we actually used the Korean War Easy 8, but that one's close enough. I don't have the box anymore for the one we used, so that's why that's in the shot there, if you've been following along. But anyhow, it is done. So in part 5, we just had a few finishing touches to do, like the periscope and the stowage and such, but it is all on there now. So let's take a tour around here and show you what we've done. So as you can see, we did the city, scape that we wanted. So it's just like some random town in Germany or whatever, and the tank is kind of going through. And that's kind of what we wanted for the 105, right? It's not really a tank that was seen too often, in the field, that kind of thing. It was more of a troop support tank, and that's kind of what we wanted here. So here we go. And you can see I had I usually always keep my model parts, and I had an MG42. I thought we'll put it right there in the window, it's no longer active. I got some shell casings and such sitting there. I thought that would be kind of a cool touch here. We got some bottles sitting there, German cigarette package, and that's from Duplicata, if you're curious, right there. So the Duplicata has some German World War II cigarette packages right there. So I grabbed one out of that set, and we put it right there. And then the bottles, of course, that is from that set right there. You can't really see them, they're just in the corner there, but you can see them on the tank. I put it, right there. Those are unopened, kind of spoils of war. We'll drink them later kind of thing. And then, of course, the extra bricks and stuff like that, that's from, I got those sets right there in a big box there, and then there's some more over there. Those are different color. And they came in really handy when doing this, and you can see it kind of stuck them all over. Kind of just helps hide the seam lines of gluing, and it helps make the set look a little more authentic. But put them in there, stuffed them in there, broke some just to make it a little more real. And then for the ash and stuff, that's just the MIG pigments or whatever. I just put super glue down and then put the ash down and then blew away the excess, and it just kind of sticks all over. This one here was actually molded in detail that I painted in ash, and then to match I just kind of put the ash all over. And then the stowage, a lot of the stowage gear is from that set right there. You've seen that before in other builds, as well as that set right there, as well as the tank driver. He's in there too. You can see his head popping out, and I just changed his head and helmet around. I usually keep a lot of these helmets and stuff from, you get a lot in those sets right there. As you know, with my TAMIYA tanks, I like to change them up, right? Because TAMIYA never came out with an M4 105 in HVSS, right? They only came out with that kit there. So we basically took the turret off of that and threw it on that one. And then the canvas, that's just real material that I made, cut and threw it on the tank. Makes it look a little more real. And of course that gunner there, he's from this set right there. And then the tank commander, he came from that set right there. I do believe he does come with the Korean set, the Korean Easy 8 as well. But if not, he does come with that set, and that's exactly where I got him from. And it comes all together to make that. And then, the German newspaper right there, that comes from that set right there, plus model. It's double-sided. So if you wanted to have it like a real newspaper set up, with someone reading a newspaper, it's double-sided. So it's a nice little addition right there. And of course the building itself is that set right there. But if you notice, I just took this half and put it here. I actually didn't even use this piece. I actually wanted to change it around, make it my own, have the tank coming out of here. And that's how we set this up. And then for the wood, of course, that is just using a stir stick from Starbucks. Same thing we used for this piece right here, this piece of wood that you usually see on M4 tanks. So they can add more gear. I just put it there. So you usually see that in a lot of my dioramas and stuff. I just use my oils and stuff to you know, make the wood look a little more used, I guess you can say. But there we go. I think this one turned out really nice. And you can see the glass in the window. This doesn't come with glass. Obviously, I just use like packages, you know, these packages. I just cut this out and throw it in. So you can see it might be hard in that shot, but you can see it. Gives the look of the windows. Now I do get a lot of questions, where do I buy my models? Now I usually go, the first two places I go is Hobby Sense, because they're here in Canada, right there. Flip it over, so if you are in Canada, that might be your first shot. And I also go to B&A Model World, and they're in Australia. And then eBay would be my last resort. But if you're in Canada, and that would be your first shot. But there we go, guys. That is a finale on this one. I definitely wanted to do a cityscape, and we got her. We usually see M4s that I build, you know, in the snow or in the field or something like that. So this was my first go on the city look. So I think we got her. Anyway, that's a wrap on this one. Please like, share, and subscribe, and let me know what you think. So thanks so much for watching. Bye.